What's up, everybody? We're back with more Overdrift.
Yup, drip.
This is very abrupt.
Yeah.
Before we begin, I'd like to thank Ernie and Dawa and Ultra Viper for being members of our Patreon. If you'd like to be a member of our Patreon, go to patreon.com/Ultra. Link in the description.
Yep.
And I have seen several comments lately asking for me to go... I was going to say maximum, but I guess it would be minimum. This is maximum small.
Maximum small.
Minimum bigs.
Minimum bigs.
And I'm going to do it with the Flack, because I did a singular strike Flack, and it really gives Flack a bad look, so...
Let's let Flack be Flack.
Yeah.
Alright,
give it the old Flack attack.
Aw, man.
I'm going to go Orbital, because
Okay.
for reasons that will become apparent in the near future, I'm not going to want to get hit much. I need to get Leaf on the Wind. That's one of the few talents that lowers my size.
And if you're going to get Leaf on the Wind, you should get Firefly, because spoilers.
And also, for what I'm doing, it's not bad.
That's true.
Let's see. Since we're flacking, I'm going to go all the way up to Fusillade, because I'm not going to be singular striking it. And I'm just going to get every projectile known to man. And then we will have to... There's very few talents that give size reduction. We got Leaf on the Wind, which we've already mentioned. There's Regression. There's Winnow, which is the only wild mod that does it. There's Streamline. And I think that's it. Did I fail to mention any of them?
I don't think so. Also, there's Improved Thrusters, which you do need for...
I do need Improved Thrusters, but I think...
Streamline.
I think I'm going to get Focus Fire first, just to...
Okay.
Make sure that...
More of your Flack hits the target.
Yep. And it's going to help a lot when I Fusillade it up. Let's see.
Firing Array.
It doesn't really matter that much. Velocity does matter quite a bit, though.
Yes, quite a bit.
I will need efficiency because
Twin Strike.
And I want to get efficiency as quick as possible because ideally I'll have as many tier 1 mods available as possible to get rid of.
Yes.
If I didn't have to get Winnow, then I wouldn't have even have gone wild mod.
But Winnow is like 7% size reduction, so...
And it's one of the very few things that actually can make me smaller, so... Yep. I couldn't call it, I was going for maximum
Maximum small. Maximum minimum?
Yeah.
That's a maxi minimal.
Like Deadpool always says, minimum effort.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is the minimum effort build.
Except we had to actually think about it and stuff. I'd like to get Snipe, but I'm not gonna get rid of Improved Thrusters twice.
Ooh.
Yeah, our weapon's a little on the weak side until we get Fusillade, get some rate of fire increases.
Get a boost.
Use that boost to chase.
You will need Conversion or Gemini Protocol. You could get both, of course.
They are both here.
So Gemini Protocol just splits your damage between your hull and shields.
Yes.
And Conversion will make whichever one of those is bigger, even bigger.
Gemini Protocol, I always feel, is a little on the dangerous side if you're not building specifically for it.
For something for it.
Conversion is just...
So convert some of your hull into shields.
For now.
For now.
But I believe that always looks at current numbers. So if I get hull strength...
Yeah, but you won't get enough. Because you're going to be making yourself smaller, which I think most of the smaller size mods, well, maybe not most, but like Streamline, for example, I know hurts your hull.
Okay. So, just lots of bullets.
Yep. Now, each one individually is doing significantly less than when you started, but you're hitting a much wider area.
But I could theoretically go saturation fire.
Also, how are you already lagging the game just with those projectiles?
It's not really lagging the game. I think it's just the game is slow. in the early game. So if I go Calibrate, that can get me towards Saturation Fire.
Yep.
I can go Candescence to do more of a just a corrosion style build,
which is pretty good. Double tap to double tap.
I guess I will get Candescence is going to be more consistent.
Sure. Well, there's Magnitude, although.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Alright, now that was a little bit of slowdown. I'll give that one to you.
Yeah.
My bullets are so weak, I hit so much of the screen.
Yeah. Bullets need some help on the damage.
Doesn't amount to much. I think I re-roll here. Because I don't want to take too many tier 1 mods, because I want...
You want to be able to banish them all later.
I will be taking Snipe, which is not a 10... Oh, no, I guess
Streamline. Make yourself smaller already.
Yeah,
See,
I
10% haul.
I gotta stay true to the build.
Yeah, be true to your build.
Okay, now we're gonna corrode because.
Yep. If you're going this route, what is going on?
Oh, which corrosion is not what I wanted if the game was already starting to lag. Admittedly.
But it is good to do when you have this many bullets. This many projectiles.
Okay.
You don't need obsession. That's right. You heard me.
Go for the cheeky
purification.
reroll.
You'll lose a lot of weapon damage, but you'll gain a lot of burn damage. And
not.
You get the,
I mean, I do have my butt fire.
And you get the heal.
Yeah. Just because I feel like I'm going to be doing a lot of damage with my thrusters this game.
Yeah. And again, now your thrusters heal, so it's like...
Just dive, duck, dip, dive, and dodge.
Yeah, which will get easier and easier as you lower your hitbox. I'm going to go full Touhou on this. Just the tiniest little hitbox. None of those are necessary.
I'm looking for that regression. It's just not showing up.
Oh.
Snipe is fine.
Yeah, Snipe is good.
Yeah, because I don't need any of these other ones. But I like Snipe. Snipe works just fine. I happen to know that in the next update, this boss is going to change slightly.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he's going to look better. He's roughly 70% bigger.
Nice.
He does other stuff. I think he just looks nicer.
Another boost.
I think he's functionally about the same. Alright, we're going to get Rapid Fire because that's
Rapid Fire is good. Splinter is very good, although that's going to hurt your lag spikes even harder.
Kill the frame, save the animals.
Yeah. Oh man, when's the next GDQ?
Summer Games Done Quick, I believe, is usually in July.
So we're getting soon.
We look forward to that every year.
Yeah, we do.
They're coming out with a new Samus game to speedrun. Not this year, but...
No, but... Metroid Dread looks so good. Calibrate's
again,
okay.
If I'm going Saturation Fire...
Yeah. Calibrate's very good.
Solid. And it's...
Even without the Saturation Fire, it's still very good.
You know, unless I'm doing something like that.
Well, if you're doing something like that, sure. But even just between waves, sitting there for a half second, makes that first shot really, really tight. Oh.
One day you'll die.
He's not taking nearly as much burn damage as I thought he would be taking. Oh, no, you did take purification, right?
Yes.
Oh, there's big numbers.
Yeah, it takes some time. It's really not giving me things that I want. Yeah, it's getting a little spicy now.
You can just take like Warpath.
I need Warpath for Leaf on the Wind.
Oh yeah. I was thinking you should take Warpath so you can get yourself towards the.
I mean, also that, but even before that I needed it.
Exactly.
But now I have all of the prerequisites to Leaf on the Wind, so I'll be smaller and do more damage until a minefield comes up, and then immediately lose all that bonus damage. Or if, a rock comes by, or if really any enemy is on screen for longer than a second.
That's okay.
I don't even think I bother with Payload.
No?
It's like I might, because...
Corrosion
yeah,
makes you lose the weapon damage, but it doesn't remove the weapon damage.
Yeah, I mean, this would counteract some of it, I suppose.
Yeah, so it'll still just be more damage. You'll lose the rate of fire for more damage.
Yeah. So I'll lose damage to get damage.
And that's already a significant upgrade to what you were just doing. Because your bullets were hitting for like 23 and now they're hitting for 35, 37.
Yeah. Well, at the end of the day, it's less about how much the individual bullets are doing. It's more application of corrosion.
Well, yes. But you can do both things.
It really doesn't want to give me regression.
No, it does not.
It is adamant that I do not get it.
You could take Deadly Wake.
I could.
If you don't want to burn rerolls here.
I probably should, but I don't want to.
I don't know.
I don't like it.
It's just more fire trail. Just more burning, more healing.
Yeah, it's not bad.
It's not great. It's not exciting, but it'll get the job
I want to
done.
be small.
I want to be small.
I want to be itty bitty.
Itty bitty girls.
Itty bitty teeny weeny yellow polka dot bikini.
Oh, it's itsy bitsy.
That's what I said probably. It's not like there's a internet record of what I said exactly.
No, of course not. That's cool.
Oh, you weren't supposed to turn? That's illegal.
Hey, you went too far. Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, it's fine. We figured it out.
Yeah.
All right, game.
I mean,
I'm gonna need you.
So hard. Whoa! There is mastery. There's Leaf on the Wind. Oh.
So regression with exactly 1
Tier 1 mod.
Tier 1 mod.
That's fine.
Leaf on the Wind is still a grander.
Yep. We'll leave regression. Leave regression for now. And Leaf on the Wind has no downsides. That's the other thing.
Well, it makes me tiny.
Yeah, but that's not a downside.
Could be.
How? Well, in the
for Leviathan, who's wants to be a big boy.
But even Leviathan, like, you don't.
And you're gonna get hit all the time. I mean, I suppose not having a benefit isn't a downside.
Yeah, right. Doing nothing is not a downside. It's just it's a null.
But I think he gets some kind of power based on the size of something. I don't remember correctly.
Giggity?
Giggity.
Oh, there's Winnow.
I do need Winnow.
And that's... is there anything here that you care about?
Don't care. Don't care. Don't care. Don't care. Slightly unfortunate. But...
Still worth it then?
Yes. It does suck that this is a tier 1, so that's one less tier 1 that I can get smaller with the regression.
True.
But
that's okay. It's gonna happen.
I think best case scenario, we get like 2 or 3 tier 1s,
yeah.
honestly.
Yeah, I'd say don't hold out if you get a decent chance for it. But...
Because... I mean, obviously, maximum high roll is 6 tier 1s.
6 tier 1s, yes.
But that's so... Especially in the wild, as we're playing.
Does a wild mod count as a tier 1 mod?
No.
Well, that's unfortunate.
At least I don't believe it does.
Okay. Well, you now have 11 rerolls.
Yeah, so I can fish a little bit here.
You also could just take something like Kinetic Boost if you want, because there's no downside.
The downside is that's a tier 1
Oh,
mod.
it is a tier 1. Oh, that's unfortunate.
Okay.
Well, there's regression at 3.
There's 3. I think that's about as good as we can hope for.
It's like, so...
It's taking away 3 things that I'm a bit sad about, but I think...
Then the alternative is that you keep going...
Trying to get the perfect regression? Or
not even necessarily a perfect regression, but just another regression that you don't care about losing the things that it's going to take.
Look, it's taking a turret. I don't care about the turret. These ones...
Adaptive Armor and Hull Strength are both pretty good.
Yeah, but I don't need them.
You don't need them. And if you can survive without them... You could try to get even smaller, but I mean the odds of it of getting 6 is rough.
So I think we're just gonna go.
Oh, it's so little.
We are itty bitty.
Yeah.
Do we have any tininess left to get, or have we achieved maximum minimum?
You've got Leaf on the Wind, which means you've already got Streamline.
Yeah.
You picked up Winnow already. You just picked up Regression.
Yeah.
I think that's it. I think that was final smallness.
The maximum minimum?
Which means that the only way that you could have gotten any smaller is if you had taken a harsher regression.
Yes. Now we're gonna get the siege. Oh, the fact that we got rid of core shielding when I'm going for a siege weaponry style build.
You don't have to.
I don't have to.
You are still currently in the exact position of you don't have to take any more steps towards it.
But I still think I want to. But I think I switched to an Essence Sap scenario.
Okay.
Because Essence Sap and Purification work together.
Sure. Look at that burn.
Disco Inferno, etc.
Oh, there's a Terminate, which is
so there's the Mastery,
good.
we got Terminate. Definitely want the Terminate. I mean, I want the Mastery too, but get closer to Essence Sap.
Hidden Power. Just throw that Flack in the trash.
I mean, if I haven't invested so much in it, it would theoretically be a not bad idea.
Yes, you could easily do this sort of thing with, like, Apotheosis and Dying Star and just be like, I'm very tiny, I don't take collision damage, and everything just burns around me.
Yeah, like I said, with regression, there's an element of luck. Oh, that's not where I wanted to be.
Nope. Well, there's Essence Sap.
Which means that now I have to...
Oh, careful though.
Okay. And since we're so shield focused, I don't think I got rid of the regen, so I might go get the shield regen talents.
That's true. Now, out of curiosity, is there a reason you went orbital other than just...
It is the safest shield for not getting hit, so Leaf on the Wind will get maximum benefit because those orbs can potentially block incoming stuff.
So that's fair.
So Regeneration, I get this. This does nothing, but then I get regenerative shields, and then my shield will regen much faster. I believe that does work.
Because how does that? What is Essence Sap's wording? Because Essence Sap is your hull.
Your hull cannot regenerate, but my shields do regenerate.
Yeah.
And my shields regenerate at a rate proportional to maximum shields. Adds passive shield regeneration.
Right, and the downside of regenerative shields
is that while the shields are regenerating, my hull doesn't regenerate, but my hull doesn't regenerate. So who cares?
So basically, you're trading this mod right now does nothing for the downside of the next mod doesn't exist.
Correct.
So basically, think of it that way.
Lots of little boys. I think I'm just gonna try to hit you with some of that action. Then I think your finger lasers are gonna come at me a little too hot and heavy. I'm gonna kill all of those. You're gonna charge me again.
Leaf on the wind gets bopped.
Yeah. But corrosion starts doing its thing.
Yeah.
And then he just explodes.
Yep.
It's like once corrosion starts going off, he just kind of crumbles.
Yeah.
Boost.
There's a boost.
Oh god, I'm very fast.
Yes.
Look at my tail feathers.
Yeah. Shake a tail feather.
I can have more tail feather.
I mean, considering how much stock you put into the fire.
Regenerative shields I need first.
That's also fair.
Okay, but now getting the shooty fires is right at my alley.
Oh, and there's Mastery again.
Poor Mastery. It's just like, hey guys, I know I'm a good talent.
It's a very good talent.
Me? There's... I'm like, yeah, but here's the thing. You're a good talent, but you're not a prerequisite to any talent.
Yeah, that's true.
Aww.
You're also very good, but you're boring. You don't do anything fancy.
I feel like that's a bad message to send to the kids. Don't be good if you're boring.
I mean,
spice it up.
Yeah. You know, I'll stand by that sentence. If you are good at something but you don't stand out in any way, your bosses aren't going to give you any raises. Your bosses aren't going to promote you.
Now getting Gemini Protocol could be decent.
Yes, because your self-damage will hit your shields as well as your hull.
Yes. And
which will keep your hull alive longer.
Yes. And it will keep my shield alive longer, which means that all of my shots will constantly be regenerating health, and then my shield will constantly...
Yeah.
Look. It could be the best idea, or it could be the worst idea.
Yeah.
Or it could be a mediocre idea. That's the three options.
But you know what it's not? A boring idea.
Well, depends on what you're into, I suppose.
Well, that's always the case.
Okay. So far, so good. Waves haven't been terribly complicated. Killing things pretty quickly. Saturation Fire has upped the damage a little bit.
No, you don't have Saturation Fire yet. You just have Warpath.
No, I have Saturation Fire. Or, no, I don't have Saturation Fire. I have Siege Weapon.
Siege Weapon. I said the wrong one, but that's what I meant.
So we both said wrong.
Yeah.
Wrong thing.
Like, Saturation Fire will make this nuts. Although, It'll up your single target damage, but it'll technically, although if you're spreading out, you don't need to saturate that hard.
You don't need to saturate your fires.
You don't really want Death Blossom because you don't want your shield going down anymore. So maybe just more shields.
Shield cooldown's not a bad idea.
Shield cooldown's not bad. I mean, as boring as it is, a little bit more shields.
I mean, I think both of these options are terrific. I'll get shield durability first. Why not?
Yeah, I think the durability is more important. Because again, I think that they're both good, but I think that you try to keep the shield from going down in the first place. Which means more shields.
So are you saying I should just go Omni?
No. Omnishield will actually get you killed.
Yes, because I'm going Saturation Fire. Or
just because you've got Siege Weapon.
Yeah.
Because even though you've got the Gemini Protocol, your fire will split the damage between your hull and your shields when you have both available. But I don't think it'll take just shields if you have one hull, right?
Correct.
That is the least convincing correct I think you've ever given on this channel. You sounded very unsure.
I'm also busy.
That's fair. Ole!
You don't want to chase me.
No. Blink is always safe. You could take some blast.
Yeah, going Concentrated Blast ain't bad here.
It just gives you more splash damage for now. And then Concentrated Blast just gives you more damage. Oops.
Ta-da!
Terminate!
Oh, XP just floating around at the speed of space.
You got places to go, gotta follow your rainbow.
Boost! I don't have a boost, it's just, that's how you follow your rainbow in this game.
That's true. Don't no. Why have you done, Lee?
I didn't do a dang thing.
Gotten that stuck in my head now.
Is it finally time, Mastery? You've been waiting.
Last stand.
I'll take your Mastery.
I mean, Last Stand with this build actually isn't the worst thing in the universe. Because you're not Dying Star, so it's not like you're going to die and then immediately pop a second time. You've got the ability to relax, I say relax, but sit down, run away. That's right, sit down and run away. Let Leaf on the Wind build back up, let your Calibrate build up. And then just that next shot, just be Opa Strong. Opa Strong?
Opa Gundam Strong.
Hey!
Man,
Oh, good job.
I remember when that was a thing.
I do. Remember when that was the most viewed video on YouTube? And now it's like 6th?
Yeah. But it has the distinction of being first to over 1 billion.
Yeah.
Which is, like...
absurd.
Good God. The fact that there are multiple videos that have hit that.
Yeah. People watching multiple videos multiple times.
Well, of course. I'm reasonably confident that a billion individual people did not watch Oppa Gundam Style.
Of course. Same with like McDonald's slogan, or billions and billions served.
Yeah.
It's like there's only so many billions of people in the world.
I mean, admittedly, that can be higher than the current population because, death and birth and all that. They've been around long enough where you have to consider those numbers.
That's a wild thought.
But They did stop at billions and billions and leave it ambiguous because that way you don't even have to math it out anymore.
It used to be just over 1 billion served. Remember that?
I think Adrenal Module is just
Adrenal Module's always
good.
Especially since you got the self-damage. So the more damage you take, the more damage you deal. So eat your beans with every meal.
Nailed it. I don't like beans though.
I know.
I like green beans.
Green beans are good. What about like baked beans?
Not a fan.
Refried beans?
Nope.
Boston baked beans?
Nah.
But that's not even beans. Boston baked beans are candy coated peanuts.
Okay.
Still no?
Probably.
Not familiar with Boston baked beans?
I mean, it's got beans in it, so I probably just avoided it on principle.
But you're old like me. You got to remember those old candies.
My old man candy is Reasons.
This is, I think, older than Reason. Hold on.
And the reason
is you. Well, my Google history is just full of Knockout City stuff.
Yeah, in our off time, we've been playing Knockout City. It's a lot of fun.
Knockout City is very fun. And you guys should let us know if you have any interest in watching it. Cause
you probably don't, but you should.
Yeah, it's like Splatoon without the splat.
The splat without the tune.
Now, the tune is definitely still there. This is the team dodgeball game. It's real fun.
Yeah.
I picked it up like 2 days ago and I'm level 40.
Because it's free up until a point.
It's free up until level 25.
That's how they get you.
Yeah, of course. And then you go, wow, this game's a lot of fun. And then you buy the real game, and now you're hooked. Was I looking up? Reason.
You're comparing their age with Boston baked beans or something.
Yeah. Reason. Wikipedia. Chocolate and chocolate flavored caramel. Yes. Same company that makes Werther's.
Werther's original. That's old.
Yeah. Werther.
It's not original because they're the original version of that candy. It's just they're the original. They're the first candy that's ever existed. But before they pulled just honey out of beehives,
I'm willing to bet.
Werther's original.
I'm willing to bet that's not where they got that from, but I wouldn't be surprised. So Reason came out in 1934. Boston baked beans.
Possible unpopular opinion, but as far as I can tell, the only thing good that Boston has ever produced is
You watch yourself very carefully, sir.
the cream donut.
Boost.
Go on. What do you? What sensibilities have I offended today?
There's a lot of good things that have come out of Boston.
But you seem particularly
Look, I'm
offended.
I may be like born and mostly raised in Connecticut, and I've never actually lived in Massachusetts. But I got Bostonian in my blood somehow. It's
like every time I go to Boston, I am just like, why am I here? The roads make no sense. They're all just old deer trails turned into roads. You can't get anywhere.
I beg to differ.
They're all just kind of zip-zap. You go to New York City, it's in a grid pattern, and the streets are numbered. You can't get lost.
Well, yes, that's New York City. You look at Hartford, for example, where we live, and it's a madhouse.
I mean, I'm not saying Hartford is good. Far from it. Hartford sucks. But I can get my way around Hartford. I don't get lost in Hartford. I just, when I'm in Hartford, I'm just like, I wish I wasn't in Hartford. But I know how to get in and out easily.
To be fair, I guess that's just a personal thing, because I've never gotten lost in Boston. I find that I can figure out my way around Boston with no issues. And everybody's always like, oh, it's so easy to get lost. I'm like, how though? You just follow the roads.
Yeah, and the roads circle back to the same roads, and they just like wind over because they're just like.
You're so small, you slip between.
Yeah, they're just like old deer paths.
But that's most roads.
Just Deer Path Avenue.
That's most roads.
Look, if you're supposed to be a main city, get with the times.
Ah. Boston's fine. It's part of its charm.
Look, there's a reason why all their tea got thrown into a harbor one time.
Yeah, because Boston was sick of the government shit. Sounds familiar. I think we're about to throw a lot of other things into the harbor soon. Like our entire government. They need to be thrown in the harbor and replaced by a better thing. I don't know what that better thing is, so I ain't throwing them into the harbor just yet. But we're getting sick of all the things. Why am I having
Someone's got opinions. If we're gonna talk about an ideal New England, I've always preferred the more it gets better the more north you go.
That's fair. I'm totally down with that. Then you go to Maine and you get lobster like it's nothing. It's wonderful. And crab.
And you get Chunky's movie theaters.
What the hell are you talking about?
It's a movie theater, but they serve you dinner, and you sit in like Lincoln Town car seats, and it's amazing.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah.
The heck's that from?
It's just a movie theater chain up north.
Huh. Let's go.
It's really far away.
Oh.
You know, the only one of that I know. From what I understand, it's a chain, and there's probably more. Oh, hello, Punchy.
Punchy was ready. Ha!
Oh boy!
You're fine. Oh. Boston Baked Beans, 1924 in Chicago. The Boston Baked Beans predate reason.
You started the adventure of figuring that out eons ago.
Yes, I did.
I didn't even remember you were still looking it up. Okay, everything is scary now. What do I even want? Slipstream.
Defiance? I think Defiance would do you well.
Yeah, I'd have to really roll for that. Barrier's actually.
Barrier's a great answer. Werther's original 1903, so they got it beat.
Well, like I said, they're the first candy.
That is not.
They were the candy before candy was invented.
Candy is certainly older than the 1900s. Although Werther's original, as far as the brand name is concerned, was only adopted in the 1990s.
I need you to die, sir. Thank you.
No.
Not you.
Oldest candy bar in the world. The chocolate cream bar created by Joseph Fry in 1866.
Chocolate cream bar. Still being sold?
Fry was the first to start processing chocolate in the bar molds in 1847. Chocolate cream was the first mass-produced and widely available candy bar. Let me see what's still around.
Out of curiosity, where is like Hershey's on this list?
Hershey is, I believe, surprisingly young.
Now, I don't think they're as old as the ones that we've been talking about, but I am interested to see, like, just as a scale, because at least in America, Hershey's is like the big chocolate producer. It's not good chocolate, but it's abundant chocolate.
Yeah, it's not good chocolate.
America is good for plenty of things. Chocolate, not necessarily one of them. You get better chocolate from other places of the world.
Oh yeah. Mostly like
Sweden.
I was gonna say Europe
Yeah.
in general.
But Sweden specifically.
Sweden makes really good stuff, but like
I'm sure there's plenty of other countries that make a fine chocolate.
Germany makes.
And even America
fantastic.
can make good chocolate, just not on a widely produced scale.
Yeah.
Locally, we have Munson's chocolate. They're quite
Yeah, they're not bad. Even the UK makes good chocolate. I mean, Cadbury.
It's okay. I like Cadbury, but I would.
Cadbury.
It's like liking something and calling it good are two different things. Like how you can, I like McDonald's every once in a while. I wouldn't call it good.
Well, yeah, I suppose that's fair, but
we're traveling at speeds. Kinetic boost probably okay. Oh, everything's so much bigger than us. They're bullying me.
In the year 1900, he began manufacturing Hershey's milk chocolate bars. So 1900 exactly is when the first Hershey's bar was made.
So that predates everything we've said so far.
Wow.
Well, I was right to consider good old William Hershey. I don't know who the original Hershey.
I've already left the page, otherwise I could have given you the name.
Phil Hershey. They named a whole town after him.
Sure.
I don't know if it's the other way around. Hershey, Pennsylvania.
Fry's chocolate cream bar is a direct descendant of Fry's cream stick, produced in 1853, which was the first industrialized and affordable chocolate bar. But again, 1847 was the... No, 1866 is the first mass-produced. Okay, hold on.
He's gone on a deep Hershey dive now.
No, it's not Hershey no more.
Candy in
now
general.
we're at Fry's chocolate cream bar. Is still around and manufactured by Cadbury.
Okay.
Original chocolate bar consists of plain fondant center and robed in plain chocolate. Variants include peppermint cream, orange cream, raspberry cream, and strawberry cream.
I've never liked fruit-flavored chocolates. That's another confession of mine. I don't dislike them, but I'd never go for them.
Hey, you're allowed.
Let's see. I could take a cheeky masochism. Yeah, I think one's fine.
So we've turned the part of this episode into the unwrapped episode. History of mass-produced chocolate bars. Well, candies in general.
We tend to
Go off on tangents a little bit.
our topics are diverse.
Yeah. Between the bullets, you're so small.
Oh, I didn't go between the bullets. I just
You keep
hit all of them. Oh,
You're fine.
we're healing. We're wheeling. We're dealing. Almost at wave 200.
Yeah.
I'm terrified.
You'll be fine. Okay.
Because I've been just like we've been having candy conversations. I haven't really been thinking about what I'm doing.
But that's the best time. We know that the builds do best when you're not thinking. You're just kind of going.
Well, that means that every build should be a winner.
Hey. I'm thinking. Lincoln.
Fire, fire, fire. Blink through that bullet. Ugh. I'm gonna fight you in a couple of waves anyway. Leave me be.
Yeah. So what's your favorite candy, Lee?
Are you talking about candy in general, or specifically like candy bar? There's various different categories.
We'll do all the above. We'll break it down. What's your favorite candies?
I've always, like, as far as, like, various candies, in general, like, if you go as general as possible, I like dark chocolate, and I like various fruit-based candies, as long as the flavoring is not, like, orange or banana, and those two I don't typically like. But, like, I like Starburst, I like Skittles, I like Airheads, Sour Patch Kids and stuff. I don't eat them very often because I have, I guess, an underdeveloped sweet tooth where it's like I'll have, like, one or two and I'm just like, okay, I've filled my sweet quota for, like, the next year.
I'm jealous, honestly. My sweet tooth knows no limits. People are always like, oh, that's too sweet. And I'm like, I think I might have said that, like, twice in my life. Once was just...
An old lady was talking nice.
Well, no, though, that's... Love my mama. One of the 2 times I've ever said that's too sweet is when she made tuna noodle casserole.
Huh.
The recipe that she had called for evaporated milk, and she accidentally used condensed milk, which is a very, very different thing. If you are unfamiliar, condensed milk is basically just dairy and sugar condensed into a syrup.
Look, it's milk, right?
That's not the same. That's like saying butter is ice cream.
Well, it's basically the same thing, right?
Think.
Yeah, I knew that was gonna hit me, but I was okay with it at the time.
$1.99 by the by.
Yeah, I know.
So you ready for the fun times? There they are. Fun times are here. Fun and times. Oop.
Oh, I don't know where I am!
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Everything is fine. Everything I
Don't
know is dying.
Oh.
Yeah.
You had a safe blink and survived it, and then
Yeah.
collision course.
The problem with this kind of build is I really need to be set up and established ahead of time, and the fact that they came in before the previous wave finished, I wasn't ready.
You weren't ready.
And then it all went to hell.
But you did a thing, and you were very small.
I was as small as you can get, roughly.
Yes.
You could theoretically get a tiny bit smaller, but that's about as small as it goes.
You could theoretically get 12% smaller than that. Or an additional 12% smaller. I don't know if that's how exactly that translates.
Yeah. Look,
But the
I was
odds-
still a pretty tiny boy.
Yes, the odds of getting regression with an entire selection of choices.
Honey, I Shrunk the build.
Yeah.
So, there you go. You've asked. I did it. Roughly.
Yeah, roughly.
I hope you enjoyed it. Yeah, I guess see you guys next time.
Okay, bye.